Hi, this is Guitar in Fourth Gear Perfect Fourths Tuning, Part 25, Diminished Triads Inversions. So the goal of Guitar in Fourth Gear is to use perfect fourths tuning to simplify patterns and help experienced guitarists move from caged box-based thinking to intervallic understanding and relearn guitar from first principles thinking and kind of go beyond the patterns, the box patterns, with real fluidity around the fretboard. And part of making music studying music an important part of your life to enrich your life. There we go. So perfect fourths tuning is a lot like regular tuning, except the two top strings are going to be up. In this case, my guitar is tuned with the two strings C and F, the perfect fourths of the top up, E, A, D, G, C, F. So just tune at the 5th fret all the way across. Same shapes everywhere. That's why we do perfect fourths tuning. On other guitars, Stratocasters particularly, I tune down, tune the bottom 4 strings down. Same result, 1 fret lower. By the end of this lesson, you're going to learn how to play the diminished triad and inversions on single string sets and open up pathways across the neck. I'm not going to be able to show you how to shred because I can't. There's a link to the triads in the description. This process works across all 4 triad types. There's other videos on the other triads. I've done major and minor. This is diminished. So as you can see from this pattern, in this case we're going to start, so the major triad is here. To get to the minor triad, you just take the major third and make it a minor third. But the 5th stays the same. Now with the diminished triad, we're moving the 5th down. So we're just expanding the triad shape, but with our fingers. But we're actually moving the notes closer together. If that makes sense. So that's the last one's augmented, diminished, minor, major. So sound different. So we're going to take the different shapes that we've been talking about. I've been talking about. You've been listening about maybe in the other videos, and we're extending them across the neck in different octaves. So in diminished triad, there are 3 distinctly different shapes, right? So because between the root and the 5th is a tritone, it's a flatted 5th. So we'll start on the C, start in C. So we're going to go root, flat 3rd, flat 5th. So that's that sound. Then we're going to go up to the 3rd. Starting on the 3rd, we're going to go 3rd, 5th, root. Go up to the 5th. Whoops. Golly, what's going on? So sorry. Root. Oh, I played on the wrong frets. Goodness gracious. Starting again. 8th fret. So there's our root. There's our 3rd. And here's our 5th. So you notice that the 5th, when we start on our flatted 5th, we get that tritone shape right in there. So if you look on the one all the way to the right, you see it in the root position, 1st inversion, and 2nd inversion. So now in the whole thing, it might look a little bit overwhelming, but you'll see on the perfect fourths tuning, it's easy to see the pattern. The tritone's going all the way across the neck. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So this one here, it goes in the same direction that the fretboard goes. And with the diminished, you can see that there's a cheat code. It's a symmetrical scale. And if you stack all the thirds together, you get the full diminished 7th. So you start with if you start with the root here, any direction you go in a minor 3rd. it's all the same shapes, all the same finger shapes all the way across. And you don't have to worry about the bump and hump or whatever because you're in perfect fourths tuning. You can just have your fingers in the same shape the whole time. Oops, I did that already. So now we're going to go, I'm going to adjust this down here for my guitar cam. So this diagram matches the guitar neck, and this diagram over here is a more traditional diagram. So we'll start from the root position. So we're going to start with the root. So 8, 6, 4, 6, 8, right? And then we're going to go up from, so we're going to go up to the third, flat fifth, so we have the flat, we're playing a minor third interval, and then the tritone. So the tritone interval is 2 minor thirds stacked together make us a tritone. So, whoop. Okay, so you're going to see these shapes interlock in a kind of a special way because it's a symmetrical shape. So next, as we've done with the other ones, if we go up a string set, we're going to go up a set of inversions. So from root, when we start here with the black note, the root note on C, when we move up up a string set, we're going to start on the third. So we're going to start in first inversion. So third, fifth, root, and we're going to go from the first inversion, starting on the third, to the fifth, second inversion, and we're going to go from the second inversion back to the root note here. Okay, so back from the root. So start in the second inversion shape, and then we're back to the first inversion shape here. So in terms of your thinking of your shapes, you notice that the first inversion is kind of like this, I don't know, it's kind of triangle type shape. So it's got the minor third interval, the tritone. And then you go up to the fifth, and it's the reverse. You have the tritone first, and then the minor third. So it's kind of a neat connection between the patterns. So now we're going to go up one more set, and we're going to start with, we're going to get to the, so we'll start back with our root, and here's the third of the chord, and here's the fifth of the chord. So now we're starting in second inversion, which starts on the fifth. So fifth, root third, that's the first one. Then we're going to go up from the fifth to the octave. So we're going to be in our first position, our root position here, and then from the root we're going to go up to the third there. Okay, and then finally we're back where we started, but an octave higher. So here's where we started before in the first place, and we're here. So we go with root, and we go up to the third. Whoops. Whoops. That's a little better. That's a little better. I have to get my fingers a little bit more comfortable. And we get our second inversion here, an octave higher. So again, going across the neck horizontal, we discussed these, but here they're outlined. So in the red outline, root, third, flat 5, and we go to the first inversion as we kind of go across the arpeggio. So there's lots of ways to practice this, mixing it up and going across the neck and so forth. But you know, this is just again for pattern recognition. Then we're going to go up the neck this way, and we're going to start. Here's our root again for reference. We're going to go up and start on the third, So we're going to go here, starting third, and the next, so first inversion, then second inversion, and then root position. So they're going here. So they could go this way or this way, same chord shapes as the inversions continue. Okay, now we're going to lastly go up to, start on the 14th fret here. Whoops. Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Is that what we're doing? What's going on? Help me out, internet. Oh. Why is it wrong? Oh, I see. I'm on the wrong place here. So, yeah, sorry. It should be the 14th fret. So, sorry. So now we're at the second inversion. So we started with a root. Whoops. And we went up to the third. Third of the chord, which is first inversion. And now we're up to the fifth of the chord. Flat of fifth. And as we move this way up across the string set, so we go fifth, root, third, then we're going to root, third, fifth, and then third, fifth, root, third. Okay, so that's a way to practice, and you can work on your fluidity. Again, this is just to show you the map, and then you have to work the map. Oh, and then we're an octave higher up here from before. So these, again, are the shapes. So now that we've explored the shapes a little bit, we can see them across the whole fretboard where we're doing our root shape, root inversion, first inversion, second inversion, and they go up. Whoops, they go up and across. Same thing here. They go up, whoops, up and across. Across this way. No, across this way. Come on, man. Across this way. Anyway, thanks for watching. As always, take your time with these. Study the patterns. And I know I keep saying to get away from the box. You want to get away from the box patterns and learn the interval patterns. So that's where I'm going with this. So you'll find that once it will seem like a struggle, but the struggle is the journey. The struggle is the pathway. And then once you start getting these shapes under your fingers, especially these symmetrical shapes, are kind of fun. It's like, so if I'm going to play this, it's the first inversion diminished. So I'm all in diatonic diminished chord without having to change my shape of the fingers. So there's that. Thanks for watching. There's a couple of my books. The first one is Guitar in Fourth Gear, transitioning from a caged mindset into a perfect fourths mindset. The second one is Triad Studies, is what we've been going over. It's a pretty thick book. Well worth it, in my opinion. You've got a lot of diagrams here. It's a lot of detailed work in getting the patterns, learning the shapes and how they fit through the neck, and going over all this stuff in detail. It's just the triads, but if you're like me and play guitar for a zillion years and you are kind of stuck, I found that by going back and really starting, it's like, okay, what's triad? Like, I learned the C chord, I learned the cowboy chords back in 6th grade, but now, like, I really think about what a triad is and what the inversions are, and then I've become a lot more fluid when I'm doing blues tracks and so forth like that. Anyway, here's the website. If you want to sign up for some more information, I won't spam you that much. I talk about guitars, I talk about music stuff, I talk about code, I talk about coding with AI and other things I'm interested in. I have a lot of different projects there. Stereograms, stereoscopic images, I'm really into that. Got a couple of books about those. So anyway, that's off topic for this, but maybe on topic for you. Anyway, have a great day and thanks for watching.